I would have guessed that a lot of things that you guys said would be at play, that the inherent Cowboys bias would be at work, that the addition of Dan Quinn would be at work, and that would move them into, let's say, the mid-20s. But instead, it goes like this. Tennessee is 24, Arizona 25, the Chiefs are 26, the Raiders are 27, the Lions are 28, the Jaguars are 29, the Bengals are 30. I already told you that the Texans were 32nd,
31st.
coming in at 31 on the athletic list. For the record, not our list, on the athletic, maybe Mike's list.
No, I did not have anything to do with this because the Tolos are, because there are so many Homer Tolos out there for the Cowboys that believe this is going to be an average defense. And here it is from the athletic, not from me. 31?
Now check this out. They're 31st, and it starts like this. It would be a mistake to assume that the Cowboys defense will definitely be better than it was last year. They point out they still have holes up front, still have holes in the secondary. Now, form Dan Quinn, if you're into the next level of analytic stats, this is where the Dan Quinn factor comes in. Personally, I am thinking mid-20s could happen, but since they've got him at 31, Dan Quinn's defenses in Atlanta never finished better than 17th in DVOA. So if you're looking for that next level overall evaluation of the defense, he never had a defense in the top half of the NFL. So the athletic puts the Cowboys at 31st. Go ahead.
Real quick, I find this funny because I was trying to hit on stats, and I was going to go to team stats, but you just gave the Falcon stuff. I was going to try to look that up real quick. If having a linebacker with a lot of tackles, is that a bad thing? Because leading the NFL in tackles last year was Zach Cunningham for the Houston Texans with 164. And in second place in tackles in the NFL was Jalen Smith with 154. And you just named the two worst defenses in the NFL, and they had the two leaders in tackles last year.
I totally hear what you're saying. I think the year before it was Darius Leonard who said he wanted to break the tackle record, and that's a Colts defense that you feel better about.
Yeah.
It depends,
it's just
right?
weird. I didn't know. Like the first stat that comes up is passing yards and tackles when you go to ESPN.com, and I'm like, this is interesting. You know that Jalen brags about this, and then the guy who beat him is on the worst defense in the NFL.
It depends, right? Because Jalen and Darius Leonard, like both in theory linebackers, but Jalen is more likely to make a second-level tackle.
He usually saves the first down on 1st and 10.
Yes.
Usually 2nd and 2 when he makes the tackle.
Where Darius Leonard is going to be a little bit more aggressive at maybe not like necessarily being at the line of scrimmage, but being a yard or two off the line of scrimmage when the play is completed. So if Micah Parsons is consistently a yard or two off the line of scrimmage when the tackle's being made, you're going to feel super awesome about that, as opposed to 7, 8, 9, or whatever.
Maybe that's why he got the number 9. He's like, look, I didn't let him get 10.
Come on. What are you doing right now?
What?
All right, from the 615, this is valid. We can talk about it. I don't know how the defense being gassed doesn't play into the conversation at all. Please discuss. And that is another reason for, hear me out, Mike, another reason for hope is when the Cowboys were doing their thing in 16 and 18, you had so much ball control offense that is just naturally going to keep your defense off of the field more. And even if you're the most ardent Cowboys fan, wouldn't you much rather have the Cowboys offense on the field than their 100%. Defense on the field?
Do you know why they're tired? It's not because of our offense. It's because handoff, 2nd and 2.
Yeah.
Handoff, 1st and 10. Pass the ball, 2nd and 3. Handoff, 1st and 10. That's not the offense's fault that the other team can run the ball for 5 to 8 yards whenever they want. That's the defense's fault. So I get, yes, they are tired by their own making. And I get like, okay, and I get what Jason Garrett was doing, and it was kind of smart. Of like, we have to be able to run the ball because our defense is so pathetic that when they do get on the field, they're not going to be able to get off on their own. they're going to have to hope that the other team makes a major mistake or that they score in a hurry. Because if we can let them score, and I don't say let them, we're so bad they score in 5 plays instead of 11 plays, that's not as tiring to our defense because they got off the field in 4 to 5 plays, allowing 7. But the defense being tired is because they can't get 3 and outs, not because the offense screwed them over.
So if I could counterpoint that a little bit.
It's like it's my fault. It's like, man, the offense on the Rangers needs to be better because they know I'm going to give up 5 to 7 runs in 5 innings, so why can't we score 8 to 10?
I just think the logic there was because the offense struggled at so many times and had to face their own 3 and outs that the defense had to bounce back out there. Look, Mike, I'm not arguing that the defense didn't get put in a lot of bad second down situations. I just wonder if you could get the more consistent drives on the other side and maybe have bigger gaps in where you went out there, could that even make a little bit of a difference? Because
who are the top? Wait, let me ask you.
Okay.
Who are the top defenses that they said? Give me the top 5.
Top 5 defenses. They predict Minnesota.
Okay. Is that because the offense is saving them a lot?
I would not say that for the next one either, which is Denver.
Okay, their offense isn't saving their defense.
Tampa, I think.
Okay,
at times.
I mean, they do have a very good offense, so you can say that maybe they're not a good defense. It's their offense that's keeping them off the field.
But to your point, the next 2 aren't going to look great for that argument either because it's Washington and Pittsburgh. So not exactly, especially with Washington. It's not until you get to the rest of the top 10 with the Baltimores, Buffaloes of the world that you see the more like offensively savvy teams that are able to put up points and run the ball.
Yeah.
So I understand your point, but yeah, the Athletic has the Cowboys at 31. My bold prediction.
Great news. They can beat that number.
Yeah, that's what my not so bold prediction.
We might be the 30th best defense. In your face, the Athletic.
We will not be 31st in defense this year. I agree. In your face, Athletic.